Hey everybody, it's Playing Baked, and as you can see in the background, while I light my smoke, as you can see in the background, I'm doing a time lapse of Terraria. I'm on my Playing Baked character, and I basically was recoding and I was recoding a few different movies, so I wanted to do something, basically, and decided to try and record a time-lapse movie of me building a building in Terraria, really. And I was pretty baked. I ran out of stone here, so I gathered it from my different character. Because I was recoding two different movies, that loading screen took forever. So yeah, gathered stone, making a background wall. Obviously I'm doing this as a voiceover, and I was baked while making it, and I was baked while recording the voiceover, so keeping it in spirit to the channel. I'll eventually wrap this building up with a bunch of wooden platforms, and in the end I really enjoyed this building because it gives me the freedom to jump over it pretty quickly. First I'll stumble around with wooden platforms in a different way, but in the end they well, you'll see. First I'll be making some windows. And I found it pretty funny at this point because it looked a bit like a smiley face. I could still do that. I might as well do that, but I managed to keep it a bit what's the word? Parallel to each other, like the windows in the same place. So for the OCD guys out there, it's I managed to pretty much do it properly. You will see me running out of wood a few times to get more platforms, but oh well. And yeah, meanwhile I'm smoking another one. I found out that you can, if you put things in front of the door, you can pretty much only open them from one direction. So I'm using that to trap the guides and, well, not just the guides, trap the NPCs, and make sure that no monster can open the door, which is pretty good. First I'm going to try and save the guide from this deep hole it fell into. I don't know why, it felt like it. So I spent a good few minutes building shit to get the guide out of the hole. And then I even built some wooden platforms to avoid the hole at all. And because I didn't want to have doors at at where the where the right door is right now, I didn't want to have a door. So I made a tunnel. I didn't want to have a door at ground level and not have it be in symmetry. So I fixed it at this point. And I had to save the NPCs because they failed to do the pathing. And obviously I missed 3 blocks here. Or, well, I did something wrong there, but I fixed it. It's pretty odd watching this back in 5 times quicker, basically. So I thought I heard a star falling there on the left hand side, but it turned out to be here. And obviously I got harassed by monsters trying to get it. And that's when I found out that I didn't want to have a door. So I dug this tunnel. And for some odd reason I wanted to see if that dirt block had fallen all the way down, and obviously it did. So I don't know, it was a bit stupid going down for just one dirt block and going up again. And obviously I failed there. And then I wanted to have the bunny inside for no apparent reason. And because the first 3 apartments got occupied, I went ahead and built the 4th. And that's when I had the idea to lock the individual NPCs in their own building, which will come up in a minute. First doing the back wall. I dabbled around a bit with doing a windows sill. I think that's the word. But I felt it looked ridiculous. In fact, it should look pretty good on a wooden wall, but I didn't want to redo the entire wall, so I ended up removing the wooden platform that should look a bit like a windowsill. And then obviously the guide was in the wrong place, so come here guide, come. Okay. And that's when I realized that it was already looking pretty well. Obviously the demolition guy that just showed up will refuse to move into the ride home for the first few minutes until I go off screen again. But yeah, I wanted to see how it looked there. And I have no idea why I went down here. Oh well. So, planting some trees because I noticed I was running low on wood. And, yeah. So the demolitionist still hasn't moved into his home, but oh well. And that's when it hit me that I should make more wooden platforms. Barely missing the water there. Fortunately it didn't take life. And then I was obviously figuring out how to do the wooden platforms. But in the end, I think I found a good way. Because as you can see right there, you can pretty much jump on it pretty fast. And obviously I ran out of platforms again. So, getting more wood. And then I noticed that you couldn't really go back. So I had to fix it on this side. I got some pretty good feedback on doing this as a series with some other folks. I send out some invites and stuff like that, but it needs a bit of figuring out who's on which time zone and who can do it with, stuff like that. But yeah, working on that. Pretty much figuring out the right angle for the platforms there. And I think I managed it, because as you can see, if I go back here, go back. Oh well, more platforms. Oh, falling star, that was the reason. And then obviously I got jumped by zombies. And I figured I might as well cut some more trees.